My name's Caroline Walker, and my painting, My Bottles and Pumps, is both a still life and a self-portrait of sorts. It's a painting of breast pump parts and baby bottles drying on the draining rack in the early evening sun of my kitchen in spring 2023, when my son was just a few months old. So much of the early days, weeks and months of life with a baby revolve around cleaning, bottles, clothes and tiny bottoms. I vividly remember this evening in particular because of the way the low sun was hitting the slightly milky tone of the plastic bottles and silicone teats piled up awaiting sterilisation. It's a partner piece to a painting of 2022 called just Bottles and Pumps, which is a depiction of the same kind of paraphernalia belonging to my sister-in-law Lisa, whose transition into motherhood was the subject of an exhibition in which we followed her from the late stages of pregnancy, preparing for her new arrival, through to the early days adjusting to life with a newborn baby. Still life is always present in my paintings, but more often as part of the environment my subjects inhabit rather than the centre stage. These objects of baby feeding, which before having a baby were totally alien and unknown to me, seem to hold much significance as objects of meaning and memory in this intense and all-consuming time as a new mother. Precisely, perhaps, because they are only in one's daily orbit for this fleeting period. The original Bottles and Pumps was part of a portrait of another woman's experience of new motherhood, but one which was very much inspired by my own. Such an identity-shifting shock to the system that it felt the only one to understand this was through making paintings about it. When I had my second child in February 2023, I decided I would like to revisit the subject of these emotionally loaded objects, but through my own experience. The bottles and pump I was using, and the personal associated feelings of guilt and judgment tied up in their use, which were somehow diffused through the enjoyment of using paint to depict the play of light on their surface. When my son turned 1, I was only too delighted to throw out this kit and move on. But I'm glad I've recorded this fleeting period in our lives together in paint.